Will you be vetting within the prison service? There's several questions about the prison service.
Prisons?
Prisons,
No,
yes.
that's not our
That's not your
purview.
domain, okay.
It's not.
And a question here about transfers. Well, actually several. What are you doing about officers staying in one station for more than 10 years? Pretty much sums up the type of questions we're getting about transfers.
We have developed a policy.
Is there a minimum term? Yes.
We have developed a policy. An officer stays in a station for at least 3 years and will qualify
at least 3
for
years
to transfer to another station. But we have not set the uppermost limit. If a police officer is performing and doing a good job, we cannot limit that police officer to the 3 years and say we move. But at the same time, we take cognizance of the fact that familiarity with an environment, with certain people, can cause laxity. And therefore, we will be informed by the Inspector General where it is felt that a person has overstayed. But as a general rule, for a person to stabilize, at least 3 years.
You have said you train other people who will be able to vet lower cadres of the police officers.
Yes, together with us.
Are these other officers, like county commanders, or will they be civilians?
No, not county commanders. You can see, for example, and I'm happy you're asking that question. The law says that vetting will be done by the commission.
Yes.
That is, Section 7 of the National Police Service Act. Then the National Police Service Commission Act says that the commission may set up committees for the better functioning of its services. And the commission may use such other professionals and experts by way of co-opting them to work with the commission. So taking cue from that, the commission has already formed committees of the commission, which will comprise a commissioner or a member of the commission working with other people that are credible, other professionals who have been properly trained and whose responsibility it will be to assist us in the vetting process. It will not be other police officers, because we know what will happen.
Indeed, because in Bokode, from Facebook, the big problem is in harassment and victimization of juniors by seniors to follow unlawful commands and threatening to charge them when they question. And when it backfires, the juniors are the ones who lose their jobs due to public outcry. Suppose there's a union to help the juniors with a proper code of conduct to observe human rights within the force, because most commands, well, the police service actually, because most commands have no rights.
I find it interesting that the officer is talking about the unions. The Constitution,
which is in one of the bills,
the Constitution doesn't allow police officers or members of the disciplined services to be unionized. However, the Constitution and the law allows police officers to form associations, police associations, which will take care of matters that unions will otherwise have been looking at. And associations don't advocate for industrial action, because unions will go towards industrial action. And you can imagine what will happen if police officers take industrial action. There will be chaos in this country, just like any other country. So they are advised to join the unions, air through the unions any matters that are useful, to enhance their profession, interests.
The associations, not
yes,
unions.
The associations, not unions. Yes, that's what the law provides.
Okay, so we'll wind up now. Mutege, any final thoughts?
I think the contentious issue is what is lying in Parliament.
The bills.
The bills. And we suspect, going by the mood, that his wings may be clipped, because the feeling was that they want to return us, like you said, against what the Constitution says. I don't know what will happen.
Your final thoughts, sir?
Well, I would not like to speculate on that one, because I will need to be in Parliament to do so.
Yeah.
But we already given our Parliament our views, as I said. And it is our earnest belief, our earnest hope, that the members of the National Assembly will take a look at those bills with a very serious view to ensuring that they do not cause a situation that reverses the gains that we have made and we are poised to make in reforming the police service, transforming it from a force into a service, and making the service responsive to Kenyans. Because that is the responsibility that can only be exercised if power or authority is vested in the hands of one or two people. It should be shared, and there should be checks and balances, mechanisms that ensure that the service and society are in consonance when it comes to the management of security in this country. So we leave it to Parliament. They, I believe, have the necessary wisdom to be able to exercise that which will ensure that the security of this country is not put to risk.
You've responded to Mutegi's concerns about the bills, but do you have any final thoughts as we end the program for our viewers, for Kenyans listening and watching the program?
Much of what I had has been expressed, but I want to say this. The National Police Service Commission has a commitment to ensuring change in the delivery of police services by reforming that aspect that deals with the police officer who needs to feel comfortable, who needs to feel that they are wanted and their welfare is looked after. We would like, during the current vetting process, for the public to give us such information as will ensure that we are fair, we are consistent, and we are able to use the results of the vetting of police officers to create a service that is admirable, that everybody will want to say will relate to it. And for that to come, it is not one effort, or rather an effort by the Commission itself alone. It is our concerted responsibility. And we are looking forward to police officer participating freely, feeling that it's a process towards sensitizing not just the public and themselves, but sanitizing the whole operational process in the police service.
Thank you for that. What we'll do, because there are lots of questions about the hotline which police officers and members of the public could use to communicate their interests. So if you give that to me after the program, we can share it.
I certainly will.
Yes, excellent. So our time is up. We'll thank Johnstone Kavulundi, the chairman of the National Police Service Commission, for your time here on Cheche this morning. Our thanks also to Mutegi Njawa, the one-man panelist from Royal Media Services. You've been watching Cheche on Citizen TV. My name is Udra Kamimo. Do enjoy the rest of your week.